On June 12, 2025, Air India Flight 171 vanished moments after takeoff. 260 lives were lost, and in the fire that followed, identity itself was erased. This is the story of how science reclaimed those names. Welcome to Eternal Vault. This episode, the science that brought certainty to grieving families and the people who never stopped looking for answers. Aviation disasters, test machines, and the people who make them. Flight AION 171 was a Boeing 787-8 bound for London. 32 seconds after takeoff, the unimaginable happened. What followed was a second quieter crisis, the erasure of identity. Faces were unrecognizable, fingerprints and belongings destroyed. Only one code remained reliable: DNA. What followed became one of India's most complex forensic missions. We begin with the crash itself. June 12, clear morning, AION 171 taxied and lifted off. Moments later, both engines lost thrust. Flight data showed fuel control switches moving to cut off.
Why did you cut off?
I had not done so. At 180 knots, the aircraft descended and struck a nearby building. The jet hit a hostel block just 1.7 kilometers from the runway. A fireball exceeding 100 degrees Celsius engulfed the wreckage. The heat warped steel and destroyed soft tissue. Traditional ID failed. Firefighters focused on containment. Rescue became recovery. Investigators began debris mapping and cataloging fragments. Drones, 3D laser scanning, and photogrammetry created digital crash models. Each fragment was logged and prioritized for sampling. Remains were charred and commingled, visual ID impossible. Chain of custody began here, every piece a potential identity. FDR and CVR survived and provided critical timelines. Engineering and humanitarian teams worked side by side. Local eyewitnesses described smoke, descent, and the sudden impact. But for families, a different battle was just beginning. Families gathered at airport assistance centers, desperate for answers. They lived in ambiguous loss, grief trapped between hope and certainty. Without confirmed names, funeral rites and closure are delayed. Ante-mortem data collection began. Toothbrushes, hairbrushes, buccal swabs, every personal item could become a genetic reference. Psychological support helped families navigate the uncertainty. DVI protocols guided the operation. Fingerprints and dental records were often unusable after the blaze. Secondary identifiers were unreliable. DNA became the primary means. Maintaining chain of custody was essential to protect families and prosecutions. For many, confirmation would be the only path out of limbo. India's forensic community mobilized immediately. AAIB, NDRF, police and forensic labs coordinated under a central command. The CDFD became the operational hub for DNA work. Teams prepared for a high-volume, sensitive operation. Remains were fragmented and commingled. Microscopic imaging helped separate them. 3D reconstruction allowed specialists to assemble pieces before sampling. Every fragment received a barcode and limbs entry. Foreign victims required embassy coordination and ante-mortem data. Secure transport and biosafety measures were prioritized. Real-time communication sped up comparisons and repatriation. Teams drew on lessons from MH17, MH370 and other mass casualty events. Barcoding, workflow tracking and redundancy reduced error. Overnight shifts and cross-institution collaborations kept pace. Scaling capacity meant running PCR, mini-STR and NGS around the clock. Automation and careful QA ensured reliable profiles. Coordination across states and countries was crucial. Next, the science that made identification possible. DNA is the blueprint of every person. Tiny differences define identity. Short tandem repeats or STRs act like genetic barcodes. STR profiles create patterns with match probabilities far below 1 in a trillion. Mitochondrial DNA survives heat better because of multiple copies per cell. Empty DNA links victims to maternal relatives when nuclear DNA is degraded. Why STR is useful for male lineage connections. When DNA is degraded, mini STR targets smaller fragments. NGS sequences many loci simultaneously, resolving mixed or low quality samples. Specialized software and AI assisted tools help compare profiles to family references. Automated calls were always reviewed manually to prevent errors. Families gave informed consent. Data was used only for identification. Independent review panels validated matches before release. Together, these methods made identification possible even in the worst damage. First, extract DNA from remains or personal items. Second, create a profile and compare it to family references. Third, validate matches and notify families with care. Precision at every stage protected identities and trust. Next, a closer look at the lab workflow. Step 1. Collect and catalog samples. Barcodes into limbs. Anti-mortem samples from relatives were gathered teeth, brushes, swabs. Digital tracking prevents misassignment. Step 2. Bone is cleaned, pulverized and DNA extracted. qPCR measures quality and quantity to pick the right method. Amplification begins with PCR. Standard STR analysis produces electropherograms for comparison. NGS helps where samples are fragmented or mixed. Specialized software resolves complex mixtures. Analysts verify results. Profiles are compared to family references. Match statistics are generated. A board of experts reviews and signs off on identifications. Notifications to families are handled with trained counselors. By June 28, all 260 victims were identified through this process. Each confirmation restored a name and allowed mourning to begin. We now look at a few anonymized cases that illustrate the work. A charred fragment labeled PM182 matched a mother by empty DNA. The confirmation allowed a family to begin funeral rites. Empty DNA gave the match where nuclear DNA failed. STR and YSTR confirmed paternal lineage for two brothers. The validation process ensured accurate, respectful notification. Concordant STR and YSTR results gave high confidence. Advanced software untangled DNA mixtures from commingled fragments. Each separated profile translated to a name. Counseling accompanied every notification. From ambiguous loss to mourning, identification restored dignity. Science, logistics, and compassion combined to bring closure. The operation also left lessons for the future. Integration of technology and compassion became central. International cooperation streamlined a massive operation. Mini STR, empty DNA, YSTR, and NGS set new benchmarks. Consent, privacy, and chain of custody protected families. AI and workflow tools increased speed and reduced error. DNA forensics began with Alec Jeffrey's discovery in 1984. India's forensic capacity evolved through major cases and investments. INTERPOL standards and DVI protocols shaped the AION 171 response. Investing in automation and training reduces future turnaround time. Policy and privacy must keep pace with technology. When systems and people work together, dignity can be restored after disaster. Our story continues, both in investigations and in lives touched. The AI 171 investigation continues, but 260 names were restored by forensic science. This operation showed what's possible when science, coordination, and compassion converge. If this story moved you, subscribe to Infinite Archive. Sources: official investigations, forensic reports, and international DVI protocols.